I bought all of Polène's best-selling bags because I want to see if Polène is still a brand that gives you a luxury quality at an affordable price, or if them too have started to push up their prices and push down their quality. I ordered all of these online and they came in 72 hours through DHL. So far, so good. And let's start with the first one. Numéro 1, which means number 1. First thing I have to say, the Polène box looks really beautiful. It has this sort of like granite imitation to it. And honestly, the feel of that box and the way it takes the light is really aligned with the brand and does feel really expensive. So here we have our beautiful silk paper, papier de soie. That's how we call it in French. Around the bag, very beautiful. I paid 340 euros for the bag. The price recently increased, so let's see if it's worth it. Ooh, the dust bag feels really nice. I can tell that it's made from a mix of cotton and linen, I think. It definitely looks like it's recycled fibers because we can see the little black dots. But I find that the dust bag feels really amazing, really expensive, much more expensive, like Saint Laurent, take notes, much more expensive than the Saint Laurent one, even though I know it's not Saint Laurent's brand. Oh, it's soft inside. The bag is well protected in there. And so let's now reveal the bag. Numéro 1 in nude. That's not a good sound. That's not feeling really expensive to me. I love the design of the bag. Really classy. I like it in pink like this. The opening system is really pretty. Ooh. And this design right here, this fold with the leather, beautiful. I like that you can open the bag like this. It's a bit like a satchel. Reminds me of like, you know, medieval satchel. And the inside of the bag is made of cotton. I really like the color they chose. And we have a little pocket. And here at the back, we have a nice little pocket as well, which is something that's really useful to have when you're walking the streets of Paris, because pickpockets are really skilled. So if you have your cards or like your passport here, if you have a tiny passport, then you'll be well protected. I really like the little details that they have. So here they have Polène written on the little feet of this bag. It's also written here on the hardware. The leather feels like robust. You can feel that it's really well coated. It's really well protected. So it's probably going to be a very durable bag. But in my opinion, it feels a bit too plasticky, but otherwise it's really well executed. The bag has a nice weight. I don't think it's gonna like dig in my shoulder. It's very classy, and I like the fact that I can carry it either on my hand, either as crossbody, either on my shoulder, so that's really nice. This bag, in my opinion, is not really worth the 340 euros I spent on it. I'm honestly disappointed by that squeaking. I don't know if that's a squeaking that would go away. Numéro 1, you're gonna get a 7 out of 10. So now let's move on to the Béri, for which I spent 350 euros. And I've heard that Polène uses the same hardware as Louis Vuitton. We're gonna reveal the bag right away. Here is our Béri. Be gone! Plastic, beautiful shape, really original, timeless design. Really pretty. I assume this slides. Oh, it slides very nicely. And here is our hardware. Beautiful, honestly. I find that this color really looks expensive. It's not too yellow. It's not too shiny. It has the perfect amount of matte. It opens like this. You slide it. So the inside of the bag seems to be made of a cotton as well. Really nice cotton, really thick. I love this detail right here, this little pocket. The stitching around it. You can have your card easily available. It closes really easily. The magnet does a great job. Oh, and that's beautiful. That is really beautiful and really in alignment, I find, with the whole flower metaphor that Polène has going on. I wonder even, I haven't read up on it, I should have, if Polène hasn't simply written Polène, which means Poland, in a French way, and that is the reason why their whole brand is about flowers. They even recently started making those little flowers out of the leather pieces that they don't use. The leather has kind of a heavier finish, but honestly, I find that they did a great job at still showing the grain of the leather and keeping it supple. So to me, that's much more convincing and feels much more expensive than the Numéro 1. Really happy about this bag, really happy about the design. You can have it same crossbody, shoulder, in your hand. You can wear it with a dress, and it's also really stylish with, you know, just like a casual pair of pants and a blouse. Béri, you are getting a 9 out of 10. For 350 euros, we are like on the high, like, oh, you spent on it, you spent. But it still feels worth it. Tient pas debout par contre. And now let's move on to our third bag, Numéro 10, which means number 10, for which we spent the most amount of money, 420 euros for Numéro 10. It looks like Numéro 10 is so complex that you need a little manual to understand how to adjust the straps, so we're gonna see that. And I've learned that Polène makes its bag in the little town of Ubrique in Spain, which is the same town that brands like Louis Vuitton, Hermès, Chloé, Gucci used to make their bags as well. Oh wow. I think we just got to like another level. I didn't know that when I bought it online, but the leather is actually a suede. And I have learned that when you can see the lines of your fingers on the suede, it means that it's a very high quality suede. Honestly, I have never touched such a soft suede in my whole life. I have little tickles in my stomach. Like just holding it in my hands, like it's like nicely heavy. It has nice support. You can feel that it feels dense, but it's not crazy heavy in the sense that it's going to dig some like in your shoulder. The straps are like super soft. The leather is like super soft. Nice. Oh la la. We have inside another strap that probably the manual can help us understand what it's for. Compared to the strap of our Numéro 1, that's much more rigid, that has much more of a coating. This one is so much more supple. Ok, Numéro 1, chut. And here is the inside of Numéro 10. And the suede inside is so soft. Like, it feels like a teddy bear. And it has a nice pocket here as well. The style and the design of this bag is so easy to match with everyday outfits. The color is amazing. The way it takes the light looks so gorgeous. Honestly, this bag is a 12 out of 10. If I had paid 100 euros more for this bag, I would still find it worth it. And finally, our last bag, the Cyme. I know a lot of people wonder how to call that bag. Cyme is a type of fluorescence. It's a way a flower blooms. And considering that Polène has this whole flower metaphor going on, I'm pretty confident that Cyme is how this bag is called. When taking it in my hands, I find that it has a bit of the same finish as the Numéro 1. It's a bit of a shame. You don't feel as much the grain of the leather. Beautiful design. Very flowery as well. I know that you can change its shape with magnets that are function really well, so that it has more of this like what I find is a summery baskety vibe. We have the same gorgeous suede that we had in Numéro 10, which all of a sudden I find makes the bag actually feel much more expensive. And it has as well a clutch, which is a detail that I love about tote bags. And it has the same suede inside. This zip feels the exact same as the Saint Laurent tote bag that we unboxed last time, but we spent 380 euros on the Cyme and we spent 1300 on the Saint Laurent. Really versatile bag, really easy to wear, really easy to where in the city, where in the country. I would give it a 9.5 out of 10, just because I find personally that the finish is a bit heavy, and so the bag to me doesn't feel so nice, but otherwise the quality of the materials and everything is like totally worth it. So I'm really curious to know what you think. Would you, after this review, buy Polène? And if you've bought Polène, what has been your experience? Have you had a good experience, or have you been part of the people who've been really disappointed by the brand? Please let me know in the comments and let the others know. I'll do some more unboxings like this one, so if you like this type of content, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. And thank you for spending this time with me, and à bientôt!